Don't nod, don't miss. Honestly, I'm so excited to talk about Lost Records Bloom and Rage. This game is so interesting from an artistic point of view and from a narrative point of view. But before we get going, I just want to say, sorry it's been a little bit since my last video. My wife and I bought a house. There was a bat our first night in the house, and that was a whole fiasco. And yeah, let's talk about Bloom and Rage. My question is when is Don't Nod going to get their moment? Like, when is one of their games going to just absolutely blow up? You could probably say that for the first Life is Strange, because I know that was kind of a cultural phenomenon. A lot of people played it. It still has a really strong brand identity. But I feel like a lot of the games that this amazing studio has developed just haven't gotten the cred that they should. You know, they have come out with Jusant, Banishers, which I absolutely adore and recommend everyone playing, and now this. So again, I'm really early on in this game. I haven't gotten too far. I've been busy with other games. So first off, the game is so gorgeous and has so much texture, and it feels like a period game, if that's like a term we can use. You know, there's period films. This one, it's set in the present, sort of a post-COVID, so I don't know if it's supposed to be 2024. Maybe they said that and I missed it. But more importantly, it goes back in time to the 90s, which is just so cool. And while I was born in 97, this still kind of resonates with me because a lot of the things that I'm seeing, like for instance, there's this little like supply thing that I feel like every kid my age when I was growing up had one of these. I mean, I specifically remember I had this awesome kind of translucent green one. Anyway, that's a tangent, but just to say that I feel very connected to this period of time. It feels kind of similar to when I grew up. This little handheld recorder she had, I actually had one almost identical to this, and I made little home videos. So this is just really good, and it just feels so real, like between the color grading of the environments, between the filmic grain going on, it's really fantastic. The details inside the spaces are so cool. I love the little sound effects you get when you pick things up. So, you know, when you're like manipulating this little satchel bag, or when you're opening up this VHS case, you get these little sound effects. Again, it's tiny touches like that that just make it feel alive. The aperture control is great. You can get some really good depth of field. It's very soft, very creamy. They did a really good job on that. You can also go super wide and super long with it. So take a look at this shot of the bedroom interior. You can get a really like hyper wide lens. That's always a fun addition. And you know, some games have been adding this in. I love this feature when you can have the camera go fast or slow. So again, when you're trying to get those precision shots of some very tiny details, turning the camera on slow mode is super helpful. The photo mode is great and all, but I gotta say the main attraction of this game is this awesome feature called Memoirs. This is so cool. This alone, I would recommend someone playing it just for this cool feature. Basically how this works is certain moments in the game, you're asked to pull out your video camera and record different things in the environment. So this first one has you in the main character Swan's room, and you have the freedom to choose what to film, whether it's, you know, toys in the room or the desk or your cat. You can choose what to film, what angle, what the camera movement is. And look, I got a degree in film, and so this is like speaking to my soul. I love how it takes the player's perspective and artistic free, you know, it lets the player be kind of creative with it and turns it into a moment, a memorialized moment. And it's really unlike anything I've seen. I also adore, as a console gamer, that the camera movement is tied to the gyro controls in your controller. So you're actually moving your hands with the controller that creates this handheld video camera kind of effect. It's so cool. Honestly, I could keep going about this feature, but I'll stop there. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. I think it really plays into the story well, and it kind of really puts you in the character's shoes of recording these little memories, these little moments. It's just so much fun. The only other thing I'll say is that if you like strong narratives, choices that have real consequence, and worlds that feel really unique, please, for the love of God, check out Don't Nod games. They do not miss. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please remember to dislike this video if you absolutely hated it. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.